Hey guys, welcome back to the beginning legend of Gor-Rok campaign. This is turn number 12, and so far we have expanded a little bit here through the jungles of Lustria. We have declared war on Lord Skrulk and come down and taken Oixol, and we are now finding ourselves in the midst of two different crises. One of them is, by the way, full mod list in the description. Speaking of the mods, the first crisis is down here where we are going to be in a cycle of perpetual rebellions unless we can do something about the public order here, and I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be able to do other than just occupy it and sit here and use the military presence to basically repress any thoughts of rebellion in this city for multiple turns because, yeah, as you can see, the mod is giving us a -12 control while we're here in the -75 to -100 range, and it's just going to continuously rebel, and you know, we'll have to fight the rebel army, and then a few turns later it'll rebel again, and we'll have to fight another rebellion army. So this is even with the 8+8 for military crackdown right now, we are still losing 14 per turn. So definitely a very vicious cycle here, and we can't wait for the population growth to to let us get to level 2 where we can build a control building, because we're getting -40 overall population per turn. So that's going to be a problem as well. Again, we got to get the public order under control before we can get the growth going again. And I'm reluctant to demolish this building right now and replace it with control. For one thing, it's not going to be enough to completely get the control under control anyway. It's only a +2. But moreover, we need that casualty replenishment rate because, yeah, this army is kind of beaten up, and the other thing is we're already suffering so many handicaps with replenishment. So yeah, we got our work cut out for us down here. This is what happens when you declare war on Skrulk and don't take care of him right away. We're basically now caught in between a rock and a hard place here. We did wipe out the enemy. The rebellion army, but it took us far enough away that we do not have enough movement range to get back into Oixol. So we're just going to be in channeling stance here. We could use the Winds of Magic anyway, and we're going to wait and see if Skrulk attacks us. I don't worry too much that this army is going to attack us, but we do not know where Skrulk himself is. They could very easily hit Oixol with multiple armies. We're not even fully replenished with our garrison yet. So yeah, definitely a lot to worry about here. However, having said that, that's not even the biggest concern. The biggest concern is up here. We are at war with Luther Harkon. Harkon, I want to say. Anyway, we're at war with him, and he's got 2 full stacks here bearing down on us. Now, a lot of these units are not particularly good, but there's going to be some artillery here. There's enough here that does concern me. I think this being a walled city with a size 11 garrison and a size 14 army, I think we have a shot to hold him off. He didn't attack us in the last turn when he had a chance to, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'm not really going to waste any money trying to build this up because I just don't know how long we're going to be able to hang on to it. We also have these Skaven right here that are threatening Axolotl. I'm not going to consider this a crisis because, quite frankly, we're prepared to lose this. I am wasting money building the buildings here, but we're not at war with them yet, so I hate to just assume that they're going to declare war and attack us at some point in the next 2 turns. If they do, we will have lost a little bit of money. If they don't, then we'll have gained this garrison building at least, so that'll give us a better chance of defending it. But what we're really hoping is for the cowardly dwarfs here. This is Clan Hartram here. We're hoping that these cowardly dwarves who have thus far turned down the opportunity to fight the Skaven, that they change their minds and they do it in the near future. That's what I'm hoping. All right, anyway, I think we're going to start out this episode then with a... Ooh, forgot about this. Okay, we got another one here where they're bearing down on this settlement. It's a full garrison, but it's not strong enough to Well, it might be strong enough depending on how many Skaven slaves there are in this army, but probably overall not really strong enough to defend against a normal size 16 army. But what we can do, because we have a tiny little bit of money that we could still waste, we could go ahead and recruit. I do want to get a Kroxigor Ancient at some point, but these are more expensive to maintain and to recruit than... Okay, I'm going to recruit a red-crested skink chief, because what I'm looking for right now is the cheapest emergency army possible. Hero recruit rank in the local province. That's not going to do us much good in the short term, but if he survives, we'll make some use out of that. So, boom, Children of the Gods. Okay, now our money situation is really getting out of control here. But red-crested skink chiefs. Occasionally the rise of a great warrior is foretold in one of the many prophecies, and the skink priests keep a careful watch out for spawnings showing unusual markings. The most distinctive of these markings is a large red crest, a clear sign that the skink bears the favor of the serpent god Sotek. These skinks are treated with a mixture of awe and trepidation, for such warriors are only sent to the Lizardmen in times of great need. Red-crested skinks are the bravest of their kin, and they do not shy from combat. The fury of the snake god flows in their veins, and they kill without mercy, their thirst for battle as insatiable as Sotek's appetite for blood. Many warm bloods have met a grisly demise at the hands of these skink chiefs. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to put him inside the settlement, and I'm going to recruit maybe 1 or 2 units here, just in case. Alright, so we only have 50, so we could do one or the other of these. Skirmishers or cohort. I'm kind of leaning towards the skirmishers, I guess. Can I do any regiments of renown? I cannot. And obviously, I'll try to do a little bit of recruiting here, but if they lay siege to us or attack us, we're not going to have the chance to get them. So I'm going to go ahead and recruit in this right here. Boom. Okay. Let's see if that is enough. So we're waiting for 3 or 4 different things this end turn. Number 1 down here. We don't know what's going to happen here. Number 2, don't know what's going to happen here. Number 3, don't know what's going to happen here. Number 4, don't know what's going to happen here. And I haven't even mentioned Arbol. Arbol is the scariest of any of our neighbors, and I haven't even mentioned him yet. But he's up here. All we can do is hope that we have a little bit of time before he declares war on us as well. Okay, I think then we're ready, probably. I still have one more here that I need to track. Research technologies, okay. I think we're ready to do our diplomacy and then an end turn. Doesn't look like anything going on from a diplomacy standpoint. Wonder if it would be worthwhile to trade a settlement to somebody here. Probably not. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, here he comes. Nope, not attacking. Just going to raid us. And not attacking. Okay, just going to raid us. Very interesting. Okay, the Skaven look like this is Clan Spittle. Nope, I was going to say they look like they might attack the dwarfs, but no, they moved aggressively towards them, but they did not attack them, and the dwarfs are running away. Shame on you. Shame on you, dwarfs. Okay, ready for duty. I guess that was a lord that we disbanded earlier. And that one was probably as well. Okay, Children of the Gods, Skinks. Skittish and quick, Skinks stand out from the rest of the sluggish Lizardmen. They are the mass workforce designed by the Old Ones to perform many different roles, and without them, Lizardmen society would quickly collapse. Skinks are highly organized and sociable beings that instinctively work well in groups, even being able to coerce other cold-blooded creatures into doing their bidding. Both physically and mentally agile, Skinks are perfectly adapted to ensure the smooth day-to-day running of the temple cities, as well as operating the far-ranging patrols that sweep across the vast jungle continent. Of all the Lizardmen, the Skinks are the most communicative, using their changeable skin tones and crest colors to add subtle inferences to their vocal language, in which they chitter endlessly in high-pitched voices full of clicks, hisses, and other curious sounds. Skinks take up weapons during their mini patrols as well to join the fighting during times of war. As troops, they range between reckless audacity and sudden panic. Their skittish nature makes them much more prone to fleeing than the stoic Saurus. They are typically used in two different types of formation. Most commonly, the Skinks advance before the bulk of the main army, harassing the foe's advance with hails of darts. When massed together in a fighting cohort, the Skinks can bulk out a Lizardman battle line. This fighting formation becomes considerably more effective when led by a Skink Brave or a Skink Chief, or when augmented with a number of the enormous Kroxigor. However, the volleys of javelins and darts that the Skinks can unleash are astoundingly dangerous, for they have learned to coat their weapons with lethal toxins distilled from the venomous amphibians, insects, and serpents that thrive in the steamy jungle and profuse swamps of Lustria. Employing their natural affinity with water, Skinks look for opportunities to attack their foes from unexpected quarters. Many an enemy has been outflanked by Skinks who navigated what was thought to be an impassable swamp or river. Okay, imminent rebellion, yes we know. Now the thing is, okay, war declared by Arbol on the Wardens of the Living Pools. That's hitting very close to home for us. Okay, so yeah, the thing about Oixel here, we need to fight a battle. We can't just have them raiding our territory. Inevitably, we're going to lose at that rate. But if I don't fight a battle, I just cannot afford to maintain the armies. So what we're going to do, we're going to merge these Saurus warriors to save a little bit of money. We're going to merge the Skink cohort to save a little bit of money. We're going to disband one here. Yes, we are sure that we want to disband that. Okay, what are we at? 1,600. All right, so we have a size 17 army here. That's good enough. In fact, I'm even thinking about getting rid of these Skinks as well. Because what we need to do, we need to let the rebellion happen is what we need. If I step out, now it's going to rebel. We need to let it rebel because we need the battle. We lost track of any of Skrulk's armies down here. Okay, this up here is going to be a problem. I'm not strong enough to attack him. He's not strong enough right now to attack us. The only goal here, the only chance, is we're going to go into ambush stance and hope that he attacks. Then we have up here, okay, 14 against.
Out of the question.
Really wish I could boost this army a little bit, but I'm kind of tempted to attack and see what happens here, because we have to win a battle. I don't love 14 against 20, particularly when I cannot see what else he's got here. And I can now recruit a skink chief. I think I'm going to go with tough here. Although, really, you're a missile specialist. You shouldn't be used in melee anyway. Maybe we go with... I don't really love spotter. Don't really love any of these for a skink chief, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm going to switch. I'm going to go with determined. This is one I almost never take. We're going to take determined. Skink chiefs. Those skinks that prove themselves in battle or who enter the world already marked out for greatness are taken aside into the confidence of one of the skink priests. Many of these skinks bear the title of chief, and they speak with the authority of the skink priests. Whilst the skink priests attend to the prophecies and the smooth running of the temple cities, the chiefs act as the overseers and wardens for the many patrols that operate throughout Lustria. It is the responsibility of the skink's chiefs to lead these patrols, and they must operate at all times, not just in times of war. They are the sentinels and the watchers of the jungle, and it is their prime responsibility to discover the presence of any intruders and, where possible, to eliminate the threat. The chiefs are aggressive compared to most skinks, but their role is not to sacrifice themselves in battles they cannot win, but to awaken the source should an interloping force arrive in great numbers. The skink chiefs then guide the source warriors and other fighters to their quarry, and the intruders are invariably swiftly eliminated. The skink chiefs act as the right hand of the skink priests, loyally obeying them. The skink priests occasionally have need of warriors who can obey complicated instructions in a discreet manner, something beyond the mental capabilities of the brutish Saurus. The skink chief may be entrusted with sacred relics or tasked with the fulfillment of some specific destiny. This may be the recovery of a lost artifact or the assassination of a specific foe. It is not uncommon for the chief to lead a small scouting force to aid him in his appointed duty. When fighting as part of a large Lizardman army, the skink chiefs fulfill a number of these vital roles. The most important of these is to bolster the battle lines of the skinks, providing leadership and encouragement as the enemy approach, for the skinks, although utterly dedicated servants of the Old Ones, are not mighty or confident warriors. At times, the skink chiefs will lead smaller war parties of skinks forward to the main Lizardmen battle line. These are tasked with disrupting the enemy's advance by casting their poisoned javelins into his flanks or feigning advances and retreats. This is a dangerous duty, but one that the skink chiefs are supremely confident in leading. So based on the theme, based on what I just read, it feels kind of unthematic for us to launch this attack with Homer Simpson here against this army, because their job is really as a delaying action to call in the Saurus to do the real fighting. Now we do have we have 5 Saurus units here. I'm kind of tempted to wait one turn until we can get our hero into the army and then attack. I think that's what we'll do. I considered making this attack, but again, 14 versus 20. The range of these guys is 145. The range of our Razordons is only 100, so they do outrange us. There probably would be lots of trees that would help us. I'm gonna just see what the odds are here. Again, I like the idea of having the hero. Oh, by the way, one thing that I definitely need to do now is demolish this, because I need the money. I'd only built that just for purposes of being able to recruit that hero. Okay. Do I feel like 1, 2, 3... 1, 2... 3, 4, 5 Saurus warriors against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 melee units. Okay, I like our melee versus melee situation. Except that the skink cohort here... I need to try to then get them into the back line there. Even so, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to see what the odds are. Valiant defeat. Do we have a lot of trees? We've got some trees. Not a lot. I don't really have any good way to force them to come to us. I'm going to try it anyway. And when we get in there, we'll figure something out. Okay, start deployment. Again, we need to fight in the trees. In fact, do we have... Yeah, we're aquatic, so actually we would love to fight in the water. I will figure out how to redeploy these guys once the battle actually begins, because I don't think they're going to come towards us. The question is... Okay, actually, maybe I can pull them with Awakening of the Wood. So what we're going to do is get the three of you here. I'm going to move you forward and speed up here. We're going to try to draw them towards us with magic. We don't have a ton of Winds of Magic, but I think with just 3 casts of Awakening of the Wood, maybe that will suffice. Okay, let's go ahead and come a little closer here. Now the bats might start coming at us. That's why I have these missile units here. If he needs to turn around and start running back, we've got our missile units to attack the bats if the bats come at us really quickly. Let's go ahead and check out the range here. Okay, a little bit farther. A little bit farther. Speed up. Now, I want to try to target one of their more valuable units, but unfortunately I just don't have... I don't really want to move him any further towards them than necessary. Okay, we still have to go a little bit closer yet. And I would love to be hitting those, but I just don't want to move that far ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and try this. Okay, that was pretty good. I'll take that. Nobody's moving yet. Okay, we should get 2 more casts probably before they start coming. So this time we're going to try him. Okay, I like it. Okay. I think one more will do it. This time we'll go ahead and hit these guys. We'll go ahead and start coming back. Okay, I'll take that. They didn't lose any models. He didn't get any kills, but he has done almost 10,000 in damage. Are the bats coming? Yes. Everything's coming. Okay. Now, if the bats want to get out ahead of the rest of the army, that would suit me just fine. No, they don't seem to want to. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and cast this then. Okay. This is going okay so far. Now, here's the question. We have a choke point right here. Is there any value in us trying to hold this choke point? Probably not. We would rather fight them in the water and in the trees, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and get another cast. And this time, don't want to do the handgunners. I want the gunnery mob. Oops, that's a mistake. Okay, cancel that. There we go. That was pretty good. Okay, I'll take that. Now you're still not quite within range. Okay, you three can start to fall back now. Okay, here comes some bats. Turn around, guys. Blow up those bats. Blow up those bats. Blow up those bats. There we go. Blow up those bats there. Yes, okay, this is looking just fine. Now up here. Right there, that ought to be real. How far do I have to go? Dagnabbit. Okay, that wasn't good. Nope, nope. Ended up casting it a little bit too late. Okay, come on guys, hurry up here. Hurry up and take care of these bats. They're crumbling. Crumbling. Oh, you've taken some serious damage. Let's get you out of there. Those bats did that much damage to you. Wow. Was not expecting that. Okay, here we go. Time for another cast right there. And come back. Okay, you get like that. You guys right like that. You guys go ahead and bombard them. This would be the advantage to getting them in the choke point, by the way, is that we can... Oh, he's almost lost his barrier. But we can do a lot of damage to them like this. Get them all grouped up like that. Okay, time to get back here. Time for you to head over here. Time for you to back up over here. For now. Okay. The bats are coming. The bats are coming. Keep running, guys. Keep running. Okay. What do we have? We've got one more cast right here. That should do some pretty good damage. You've now done 34,000 damage. I'll take it. Let's go ahead and start getting some of these Saurus here. Into new positions. Let's see here. Let's do like this. Okay, it's not letting me draw very effectively, but that's fine. There we go. Okay. One more cast right here. Now, let's go ahead and pull you around here. You can flank. And you know what? You get over here as well. Our Razor Dons, we want them to be in the flanking position. Let's wait for the bats to come down. I guess I can leave you on fire at will. It's fine. Okay. They're shooting into the trees. But we have the advantage in the water here. Okay, the two of you are two Razor Dons. We want you over here now. And we want you all over here. And let's go ahead and start moving you three up. Okay, we should have some fighting going on here. Yes, we do. Okay. Get forward. Get forward. 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 Okay, right here. Hopefully you're attacking these fell bats. Come on, guys, you can do better than this against those fell bats. Go ahead and charge in on those Velbats, charge in on them. You charge in up there. Go ahead and charge in up here. You're okay right here. You can help out here. Okay, how we doing over here? Just fine. Now, we've got no more Winds of Magic. Okay, the bats are almost taken care of. Let's get you forward here. How we doing? Get forward. Let's move the Razor Dons over this way now. Swing them even wider around the flank. Here in the middle, we're doing okay. Let's get you now up here. Everybody needs somebody to be fighting. Still fighting right here, huh? We'll take those guys out. Okay, the Razor Dons here are in trouble from those handgunners over there. Are we doing... Okay, you, for some reason, can't fire. That's bad. Let's try to fire at them up there, maybe. Are we winning here? Yes, we are. Okay. You can now help out over here. These guys are disintegrated. That's good. You start moving this way. Okay, this is looking good. This is definitely going about as well as I could have hoped. I wish I had some more Winds of Magic, but it's fine. We need you up here. We need you charging in here. Yep, keep going this way. You two are taking care of them. This is good. This is excellent. This is really going pretty well here. The left flank has forced their right flank to cave. At this point, not even I can screw this up, I don't think. It's just going to be a matter of taking out their lord now. Okay. Let's get the Razordons up around. We've basically enveloped them. This is a single envelopment, not a double envelopment, but I'll take it. Okay. I think it's just going to be the lord now. And he's disintegrating. Very good. Okay, we very much needed that. We took out one of their armies. Look at this. They only ended up with the Lord and one Fellbat unit. So, and we got ourselves some pretty good money here. I think what we'll do is we'll take the extra 775 because money is our biggest issue right now. Okay. Do we have enough movement to chase them down? That's the question. I cannot run the risk of getting caught outside the settlement by Luther. However, it looks like we should have plenty of movement here, so that's good. Let's go ahead and apply the skill up here for Homer Simpson. We're going to give him... I'm going to go back and forth, I think, between magic and blue line. No, I'm just going to give him more magic right now. I think we'll take... I think we'd better take Earthblood, probably. It's too good to not take it. Okay, we'll take Earthblood. And like I said, we will then run down Mary Nord here. Now, it lied to me. It looked like all they had was the Lord plus the Fellbats, but they also got back two zombie deckhand mobs. That's okay. We can auto-resolve this. This is pretty lopsided. This is the only kind of battle I will ever auto-resolve. It would be pretty boring to watch this, probably. So, let's go ahead. Auto-resolve. We somehow still managed to lose 16 lizards. That's not well done, but whatever. We'll take it. And I think I'll take the experience here. More valuable than 185 in loot. And we got a missile resistance banner. That's fine. Okay, so we've definitely evened the odds a little bit up here on this front. And we gained some good money in the meantime, and we are not apparently close enough to make it back in the settlement. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, we are close enough to at least be within reinforcement range, but that's Lustria for you. And we've got a -6 to our campaign movement range because of the Brogus dynamic campaign movement mod. Now we'll take Life Bloom. Okay. And yes, we'll definitely take that as well. Okay. So we've got good casualty replenishment, even though we're not inside the city. At this point, I don't think we're going to lose the city, so I'm going to go ahead and spend the money to build up this income building. And Explodal, if they don't attack you this turn, you will have your garrison building built. So that'd be good. Oixel, there's just very little we can do for Oixel except fight off the rebellions as they happen right now. At least that will be getting Gor-Rok some experience. And then up here, Itza, Quetza, and Jodel. You guys, there's nothing to do here. We are losing 15 public order per turn. Yowza. That's not good. And that's even with the Grand Plaza control building being built. And it's just going to start getting worse. Oh man, this is not good. Public order is just insane with this mod. Okay, I'm still gonna I'm still going to be in ambush stance here. Now, this is risky because he could very well pull us out of ambush stance, move up here, and ambush us. And if he does, obviously he will wipe us out. Maybe it's not worth the risk. Now that our money situation is under control, do we not risk it? I'm gonna put him back in. I don't think it's worth the risk right now because our money situation is actually okay for the time being. All right. Now, having done that, let's check out Luther Harkon here and see if by any chance he might want peace. Nope, still not interested. Okay. Does anybody want anything? No. What if... No. I'm still considering trading a settlement, but really there's no settlement trading I could do other than giving Jodel to Clan Pestilence, which I don't want to do. It's also not very thematic. We're giving Axolotl to Clan Spittle here, which likewise not very thematic, and there's no real benefit to us either. Okay, well, I think then we're just going to go another end turn. I don't know what Luther Harkon is going to do now. We do know there's going to be a rebellion here, and I think we learned last turn that they're not going to attack up here unless they bring up a second army, which they could very easily do. If we take a look at Skrulk, Skrulk is not super strong. Skrulk is actually vulnerable right now. Ooh, man, if only we didn't have to deal with this rebellion, we could start threatening the Sentinel of Time or Thrice Cursed Peak. How's Cult of Sotek doing down here? They're actually almost equivalent with Clan Pestilence. Well, there's just nothing else we can do right now because we need to fight the rebellion here. Alright, I think then we're just going to go ahead and do our intern. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Are the dwarfs or the Skaven ever going to attack each other? Both of them are trespassing in our territory, and we're powerless to do anything about it because our hands are full with other issues. What are you doing? Ending the non-aggression pact. These dwarfs are highly annoying. These are the most annoying dwarfs in the game, I have decided. These dwarfs are the absolute worst. They're scared to death of the Skaven. They're running away, and they're breaking a non-aggression pact with me. Okay, rebellion, yes we know. Ambusher discovered, yes we know. Okay. Alright. Money-wise, we're still okay. We're going to fight this battle. The question is, do we even want to, or do we want to allow... We're getting plus 20 right now. Maybe we let the rebellion continue, and that'll get our public order. That's really the only way to get the public order under control, isn't it? If we let the rebellion continue. Except I need the money for fighting this battle. Okay, I'll come back to it in a second, but I am going to fight that battle. Now, right here, I'm pretty sure that army is not strong enough to attack Itza. So we kind of have to let them wander. They're at war also with the dwarfs, and these dwarfs are at war with both Skaven clans, and they're just afraid to fight the Skaven, I guess. I wonder if any of these Skaven or dwarfs are ever going to fight each other. It's kind of crazy. Okay, anyway. There's just nothing more for us to do here right now. Obviously, public order is going to start to become a big concern. Here at Axolotl, we now finally have the garrison built. This could be worth building, but I think we're going to get more money out of building this. And money right now is the biggest concern. This army now, I don't think we're strong enough to take on Luther Harkon, although the army is very similar to the one that we just defeated, except it's got the extra gunnery white, and it's got Luther Harkon himself, and we're a little bit beaten up. So definitely less to our advantage than the last fight was, and the last fight, it was Auto-Resolve thought it was going to be a defeat for us. So we're going to stay here. This is going to partially slow down the public order decline. And also, we're not getting any growth. I could do some more recruiting, but our money situation just doesn't allow us to. Okay, we're going to come back to this. I think from a time perspective, I have enough time to fight this battle. Decisive victory. It's going to be very similar to the one we did in the previous episode. Pretty much melee except for that wizard. Again, we could try to fight in the trees. Let's see where they deploy. Okay, we got ourselves some wind and rain, it appears. I think we'll go ahead and fight this in the trees. I'm going to do 2 ranks of melee infantry, skirmishers behind for now. And what we're going to do is get our single entities involved first. All of you all start battle. All of you all can move into the trees here. And the single entities can move up. We'll speed up. They're waiting for us, so it probably is not going to matter that we've moved into the trees. Although we have enough winds of magic, we could use Lord Croak to pull them towards us. I think it would be better to get Gor-Rok in there, get them all surrounding Gor-Rok, and then start casting. So I guess maybe that's what I'll do. We'll start moving all of our melee infantry forward here. And our skinks over here on the flank. Okay. Let's go ahead and move Gor-Rok a little closer. Lord Croak, you can go up with him. Nobody needs a heal yet, except for the Bastiladon himself, and unfortunately he cannot heal himself. Alright, let's speed up. Meanwhile, the infantry are slowly getting there. Okay, they're now shifting. Alright, Gor-Rok. It is time for you to charge into those rat ogres. And hope that they all start to surround you. Nope, apparently not, okay. Here we go, start backing up now. Okay, Croak, get ready. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We'll do the 2. Okay, that pretty much took care of that unit of clan rats. Gor-Rok, keep going. Fight those rat ogres. I can heal Gor-Rok if we need to, but we've got these clan rat spears that are unfortunately coming around this way. Okay, Gor-Rok. Let's go ahead and get another cast off right here. Okay, this is... Let's try this. It's not going to work very well, is it? That might. No, they're going to get away. Did some damage to them, at least. Okay, up here. Here, Gor-Rok. Take on those plague monks. Lord Croak. Go ahead and destroy all of that. Alright, you guys all need to now charge in here. Let's get our skinks over here. There we go. Pretty good damage to those plague monks. Gor-Rok can go ahead and get a heal now. Let's go ahead and have a little bit of closing in on the enemy lord over here. Take out those Skaven slave slingers. Let's go ahead and move forward here. Croak, you can go ahead and finish off all of those guys. Go ahead and crash them from behind. Crash them from behind. There we go. Those units are almost completely wiped out. Now they're shattered. Right here, we're doing pretty good damage to those slingers. That's good. We did take some damage down here on these rat ogres. Fall back over here. You two need to fall back. If we get the entire rest of the army running away, those rat ogres will probably break. But I definitely don't want them locked up in melee combat with our skinks. And Gor-Rok, it is time for you to close in on the enemy lord. Okay, this is good. The skinks now can turn around, throw at those rat ogres who are about to break. There we go, victory. And unfortunately, it's extremely likely that their army will survive, but if we are a little bit lucky, maybe not. Maybe we can stop them here. No, I'm not going to get the cast off in time, am I? Nope. Oh, we got him. Okay, that's good. We might possibly... This might be good enough to wipe out the enemy army. Boy, it would be a shame to not do it at this point. Okay, I think that'll have to be good. That'll have to be good enough. Alright, now I'm pretty sure that army will survive. We will take the money, I suppose. Almost 2,000 when you combine this this loot right here plus that loot right there. So very much needed, and yes indeed that army did survive, and again they retreated far enough away that we cannot run them down and still get back into the settlement. And we learned last turn that we need to get back into the settlement in order to get the public order under control, so this is very unfortunate. We're just going to have to... It sure looks like we should be able to, doesn't it? But again, we learned... I'm going to try it. No, I can't risk it. No, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to make it back because our campaign movement range is not reduced quite as much with the smaller army as it was last turn. Okay, lightning strike. But is it worth the risk? That's the question. I don't know if it's worth the risk. I'm going to think about it, but I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode right there. We'll decide what to do. If you have any thoughts on the matter, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. But yeah, I really need to finish the turn inside the settlement for two reasons. Number one, for the replenishment. Number two, to get the public order back under control. Because we already know if we're not in there keeping the public order under control, it's just going to rebel every couple of turns. And that's just going to be an endless cycle that we cannot accept. Up here, at least, we have the upper hand. We took care of one of Luther's armies. And over here, there's just I don't even know how to describe this debacle with these dwarfs. But it is what it is. We'll worry about that next time. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video.